How's it going, everybody? Star Wars Talks here. Today we're going to take a look at a list of games that are announced to be coming out in the near future for Star Wars. Number 1, we got Star Wars Hunters. This is going to be released on the Nintendo Switch, Android, and iOS, so iPhone, and it's a new team-based multiplayer game coming to mobile and Switch. Made by developers Zynga and Lucasfilm Games, Star Wars Hunters takes place after the fall of the Galactic Empire. With a cast of new characters you'll be able to choose from as you join squads and take on multiplayer battles in various settings inspired by iconic Star Wars locations. Some of the characters you can choose to fight as in the upcoming arena combat game include the likes of Rebels, Stormtroopers, and Bounty Hunters. A panel during the Star Wars Celebration 2022 event also revealed that every character will have backstories and set dynamics with other characters. This game was set to launch in 2022 originally, but has been pushed back to sometime later this year in 2023. Next up, we have Star Wars Outlaws, which has a release date of 2024 and is supposedly going to be on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Ubisoft revealed Star Wars Outlaws at the Xbox Game Showcase in 2023. This brand new Star Wars adventure is coming from Ubisoft Massive, the studio behind The Division and Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. This open-world Star Wars game is set to arrive in 2024, and our first look at it was incredibly impressive, showcasing a grimier look at the galaxy far, far away than we're typically accustomed to seeing. We got some gameplay on this game earlier this year in June, I believe on June 12th, and it looked really, really fun. I'm super excited for it, and it kind of gives me some GTA X Star Wars vibes. Next up, we have Respawn's Star Wars FPS game. As well as continuing on the Star Wars Jedi series with Survivor, Respawn is also working on a Untitled Star Wars first-person shooter. Respawn game director Peter Hirschman is leading the development of the project, which was first revealed in January 2022. But there's not really anything about this. There's no release date, there's no look at the characters, and not really sure what else is going on, as they did just release Jedi Survivor not too long ago, early this year, and it was amazing. So we have that to look forward to. Next up, we have Respawn's Star Wars strategy game. So yes, they made Jedi Survivor, they have an FPS game in the works, and they also have a Star Wars strategy game in the works as well. It says if an FPS and another step in the Star Wars Jedi series wasn't enough, Respawn kept the surprises coming with the announcement of a Star Wars strategy game, revealed alongside the first-person shooter. The Untitled Star Wars strategy game is currently being developed through a production collaboration with freshly established studio Bit Reactor. We don't really know much else besides this, but the new studio is being led by the veteran developer Greg Forch. I don't really know how to say that, but he's worked previously at Firaxis on Sid Meisner's Civilization series. I probably butchered that too, but I'm sure you guys have heard of that, the Civilization series. And very little has been revealed about the project aside from it's a strategy game. Next up, we have Star Wars Eclipse. First announced during the Game Awards in 2021, Star Wars Eclipse is a new action-adventure from the Heavy Rain in Detroit Become Human developer Quantic Dream and Lucasfilm Games. Described as a branching narrative game, Eclipse takes place in the High Republic era in an uncharted region of the Outer Rim. With new faces and environments, you'll be experiencing its story through the eyes of an ensemble cast of playable characters who are all said to have their own personalities and motivations, and will each make their own impact on each other in the adventure overall. This game was kind of announced a while ago now, but has really no information on anything about the game besides it's in the High Republic, and we've gotten a look at some of the characters, but not really much of them. There's also no release date on this as well. Next up, we have the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which I'm super excited for. It's only going to be on PS5 and PC, and the release date is to be announced. The Knights of the Old Republic remake is set to deliver a new version of the much-loved RPG from 2003 to the PS5 and PC. The first revealed during a PlayStation 2021 showcase, we got our very first look at a revamped Darth Revan, who was customizable protagonist in the original game. The remake is coming from Aspyr and Lucasfilm Games, the former of which has previously worked on several remasters of previous Star Wars games. This is pretty self-explanatory. If you played the old game, you already know what to expect a little bit, but it's gonna be incredible, it's gonna look incredible, and I literally bought a PS5 for this game and Spider-Man. Next up, we have Annie Hennig's Star Wars game, which is also to be announced on the release date and what platforms it's gonna be on. It says, an as yet entitled Star Wars games is also currently in the works from Skydance New Media. In collaboration with Lucasfilm Games, veteran writer and director Amy Hennig will be at the helm of the studio, who's well known for previously working on big hits such as Uncharted and Jak and Daxter. So this could be really anything. It could be something sort of like Uncharted or something more kind of like Jak and Daxter. I'm kind of hoping it takes the Jak and Daxter route and maybe get some pretty cool characters in there. But we're not exactly sure what it's going to be yet. Like I said, it's to be announced on what it's going to really be, but it could be really cool. And it's leaked that there is a game set during the Rebel Alliance era, so this could be it, but not really 100% sure. But that's really it for all the Star Wars games that have been kind of announced, and I'm pretty excited for each and every one of them. I'm really excited for that Knights of the Old Republic remake on the PS5. Like I said, that's one of the reasons I bought the PS5. But overall, I'm super excited for all these games, and I cannot wait to play some more Star Wars games. On top of that, I hope the next Jedi Survivor game, the third one in the series, it's just going to be amazing. I already know, but I'm just so hopeful for that game, and I'm super excited for when that gets announced as well. So hopefully you guys didn't know about all these games and you're able to take something away from this video. But if you did know about these games, even if you didn't, I want to know which ones down below you're most excited about and which ones you're least excited about. Hope you all have an amazing day. May the Force be with you always.